Okay, we're live.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to call the February 1st, 2022 Board of Commissioners meeting to order. At first, we're going to start out with a prayer by Commissioner Wyatt and then pledge by Commissioner Ballard.
Lord, thank you again for the opportunity to present ourselves here to the public, doing the work of the governance of this county. We're thankful for the opportunity for snow coming into this area. What a cleansing, white blessing it will be to the county of Sand Lake. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and the roll call. District 1 Chairman John Block.
Here.
District 2 Commissioner Gary Eberling. He is currently absent. District 3 Commissioner Bill Sarkella.
Present.
District 4 Commissioner Roger Ballard.
Present.
District 5 Commissioner Joel Wyatt.
Present.
Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to today's agenda? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support. We have a motion from Commissioner Ballard, support from Commissioner White. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to corrections of our January 25th meeting minutes. If there are no corrections to those minutes, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Support.
We have a motion from Commissioner Wyatt, support from Commissioner Ballard. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Correspondence, petitions, and introductions. I see none. We'll move on to commissioner reports, and we'll start with Commissioner Sarkella.
Just one committee attended. I sit on the MAC Ag and Tourism meeting, and they had a Zoom meeting last Friday that I was able to participate in. Some good things coming hopefully out of Lansing here. The conservation districts are supposed to be getting $3 million through the state that they'll be able to distribute amongst themselves. Senate Bill 565, there's going to be $30 million to help with water and septic. And MAC is also going to be pursuing a seat at the table with the DNR, because as far as tourism, that's one area within the state that we do not have a voice in. So they're going to try to approach the DNR and start sitting in on some of their planning and so forth, because obviously the things that go through the DNR, boating, fishing, and hunting is great for tourism in the state as well. That's all I have.
Excellent. Thank you, Bill. Moving on, myself, I have nothing to report for commissioner reports. We'll go to you, Roger.
Nothing to report. We did have a medical care facility meeting yesterday. Tara will probably have a report on that. Look forward to some upcoming meetings regarding that. We do have a park meeting tonight.
Okay. Commissioner Wyatt.
Nothing to report on since last Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Moving on to our administrator report, Tara.
So the MREC committee met again last Friday. We do have a written proposal from DTE. So we're sifting through that, and then we're going to obviously make some recommendations for changes on language, but we are getting closer to having an agreement with DTE on the tax table and then the payback. So once I can get information to you on that, I will, but obviously right now, that's pretty much all I can say about that legal matter. And then, as Roger mentioned, we did have the medical care facility meeting yesterday. Basically, it was a review of the operational audit with Health Dimensions Group when they were on site a few weeks ago. Health Dimensions Group did have a call last Thursday, and they had a call today as well. So I did sit on those calls. We do have a revised timeline. I think I mentioned to some of you with regard to having the final report. So there is a little bit of a learning curve with gaining an understanding for how Michigan's Medicaid cost reimbursement works. So HDG is working through that, and they just requested more time. And it sounds like, just to kind of give you an idea of the updated timeline, we have some strategic visioning sessions coming up in February. And then there's going to be a specific strategic session with a couple Board of Commissioners and then also HDG. They're going to work in any of scenarios that we may want to see into their final report, which we can review in March. So it looks like the week of March 7th to the 11th, they will be on site for a meeting. So that's where we're at right now. I think we're getting closer, but we won't see a draft report until, let's see, it looks like it's going to be coming out the week of February 11th. So we're still out. Well, that would be next week already. Really. So we're getting closer. And that's all I have.
Okay. Any questions for Tara? Hearing none, we'll move on. Thank you, Tara. At this time, we'll do public comments pertaining to agenda items. Are there any public comments pertaining to today's agenda?
Question about the park meetings, are those open?
Yes,
And
First-
where are they?
first Tuesday of the month at 7, and they are at 95 Dawson Street, which is the Emergency Operations Center where the DTF meets. Yep.
And any other public comments? Hearing none, we'll move on. Appointments to standing committees, there are none. County Commissioner appointments, there are none. County Commission Chair appointments, there are none. There are no general resolutions. So we will go into committee reports and we will start with Commissioner Wyatt.
I have no committee reports at this time.
Okay, Roger?
I have none.
I have none. Bill, do you have any?
No, I already did mine with the
Okay.
other
It's
boards.
only been a week since our last meeting, so
Right.
no one has that much to report. Thank you. Moving on to unfinished business. We have none, so we will get into new business, starting with FA 012-22, approval of 2021 current claims.
Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the payment of current claims for 2021 identified on the accounts payable report dated January 26, 2022 for the general bank account in the amount of $16,184.19.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there support?
Support.
We have support from Roger. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 013-22, approval of 2022 current claims.
Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the payment of current claims for 2022 identified on the accounts payable report dated January 26, 2022 for the general bank account in the amount of $73,757.70.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there support?
Support.
Okay, we have a motion from Bill, support from Roger. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 014-22, budget adoptions, amendment, appropriations, and transfers.
Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the following budget amendments, transfers, and establishes the following accounts as listed.
Support.
We have a motion from Bill, support from Roger. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 015-22, authorization to purchase portable radios, Sheriff's Office.
Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby authorizes the Sheriff's Office purchase 6 Harris XL 200P portable radios from AMK Service at a cost not to exceed $23,878.80 with funding reimbursed from a Homeland Security / Emergency Management Grant for immediate approval.
Support.
We have a motion from Bill and support from Roger. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 016-22, approval of commercial and industrial appraisal service agreement.
The Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the 2022 agreement between Sand Lake County and White Oak Appraisal for the purpose of providing commercial and industrial services at a cost not to exceed $27,300 with funding from the equalization budget and authorizes the board chairman sign the necessary agreement.
Okay, we have a motion from Bill and support from Commissioner Wyatt. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 017-22, approval of year 2022, section 5311, operating coronavirus response and relief supplemental appropriation act.
The Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the FY 2022 Section 5311 Operating Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act and further authorizes the board chairman sign the necessary documents.
Support.
Okay, we have a motion from Bill and support from Joel. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 018-22, adoption for year 2023 resolution of intent.
Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby adopts the FY 2023 resolution of intent for Sanilac Transportation, further authorizes the board chairman sign the necessary document.
There's a motion for Bill and support from Commissioner Wyatt. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 019-22, approval of MDOT 2023 contract clauses certification, Sanilac Transportation.
Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the MDOT FY 2023 contract clauses certification and further authorizes the board chairman sign the necessary document.
We have a motion from Bill and support from Roger. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 020-22, authorization to post and fill magistrate clerk vacancy, district court.
Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby authorizes the trial court administrator post and fill a magistrate clerk vacancy at a pay grade 3.
Go ahead.
Support.
We have a motion from Bill, support from Roger. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 021-22, authorization to post and fill court clerk vacancy, county clerk.
Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby authorizes the county clerk post and fill a court clerk 1 vacancy at a pay grade 3.
Support.
We have a motion from Bill, support from Joel. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 022-22, authorization to post and fill court clerk 3, upcoming vacancy, county clerk's office.
Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby authorizes the county clerk post and fill a court clerk 3 for an upcoming vacancy at a pay grade 5 for immediate approval.
Support. We have a motion from Bill, support from Joel. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 023-22, authorization to post and fill a temporary legal secretary position, prosecutor's office.
Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby authorizes the prosecutor to post and fill temporary legal secretary position at a pay grade 4 for immediate approval.
Support.
We have a motion from Bill, support from Roger. Is there any discussion on the topic? Hearing none, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 024-22, authorization to purchase a production scanner and workstations, information and technology.
Recommendation that the Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby authorizes and awards the Information Technology Director to purchase 1 Fujitsu FI 7700 production scanner from First Run Computer Services, Inc. at a cost not to exceed $5,039 with funding from the Register of Deeds Technology Fund for immediate approval. Further to authorize and award the Information Technology Director to purchase 5 computer workstations from Dell, Inc. at a cost of $1,363.87 each for a total cost not to exceed $6,819.35. Further, authorizing the purchase of Microsoft Office License Office Suite Pro 2021 from CDWG at a cost not to exceed $1,979.75 with funding from the 911 millage fund for immediate approval.
Support.
We have a motion from Bill, support from Roger. Is there any discussion on the topic?
I got a question. Anybody know why the funding's coming from 911 millage fund? I see that this is being used, looks like for dispatch as well. I don't remember. Did she talk about that?
The computer workstations from Dell.
They are
Weren't
for
those works-
central dispatch.
These are all for, these 5 stations
Yeah.
are for central dispatch.
Yeah.
Okay. So of course they need the, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you. Because I recall a lot of discussion about the printer.
Right. And then we recently purchased workstations for the DTF as well. Okay. Any further discussion on the topic?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to general public comments. Are there any public comments today? Hearing none, we'll move on. We have no closed session, so we have no need to approve closed session minutes. I would entertain a motion to adjourn today's meeting.
So moved.
Support, motion from Roger, support from Bill.